Hi, this next video is the first 20 minutes of our Bod Chi early spring program. For those of you that are doing the Bod Chi bar classes with me, you know that we follow the 5 seasons in Chinese medicine, and then with each season, we're focusing on a yin and a yang organ or system in the body to make sure we're focusing on clearing out any of those energy channels. In early spring, our focus becomes on the liver and the gallbladder system. So we're going to find most of our exercises are going to focus on this meridian line of the liver. So rotation through that mid to lower thorax area, some of the upper abdominal squeezes and cleansing when we come to strengthening. And then for the gallbladder is actually about working through the lateral sides of the body. So a lot more stretches that include opening up through the lateral side or strengthening as well through the sides of your body. So enjoy this. This is the first 20 minutes of our Bod Chi bar early spring program. Enjoy. So as we start our early spring program, it's about awakening from out of this hibernation that we've been enjoying throughout the winter. We're going to bring your knees up much further than just belly button height. What we're wanting to do is block out the lower back and find a rotation instead in between the shoulder blade area. So if you can imagine that you're rotating right through that bra strap line and through that liver meridian, we're going to inhale as you lift up and exhale as you lower all the way back. Inhale as you come forward and exhale as you reach. Now tracing a nice semicircle up over your head. Also still working on opening up through that middle back and through again that sort of whole bra strap line just underneath the chest. Inhale up, exhale back, and inhale up, and exhale forward. For your entire side, pushing up onto your side, reaching way up over your head, reaching, stretching. But as you come back, we're going to need this later. That elbow comes behind you, you look back, you stretch back. Lift up, reach way over your head. And then coming back, elbow comes into the back, look back, stretch back, reach back. As we come forward into our first pigeon. So as we think about that gallbladder meridian again, anything to do with stretching through the lateral components of your body. So pigeon, perfect exercise for this mandate. And then switching sides. So again, the knees need to come well up so that the lower back doesn't try to do most of the rotation. Reaching your top arm ahead, inhale up. Exhale, falling back, dropping back. Inhale up and reaching forward. Inhale, lift. Exhale, drop back, fall back. Inhale, lift. And exhale, reach. Now drawing that line on the floor. Nice little semicircle, a rainbow up over your head. Again, really working on the range of motion through that middle thoracic spine and your shoulder blade, your shoulder. And one more time, inhale up. Exhale back, falling back, opening up. And inhale forward. And exhale. Hopping up onto your side. Big side reach, big side stretch. Reach up from tips of your fingertips to your toes. But as you come down now, this elbow comes into your back. Look back, twist back. With that twist being just below your bra strap or your chest line, below your shoulder blades. So not so far down as being in your lower back. Keep the rotation up a little higher. Propping forward and into your first pigeon pose. Again, anything to do with opening up that lateral side, we're thinking of the gallbladder meridian. Coming up onto your hands and knees. And just cat-cows. Perfect. our little good morning sunshine. As you lie on your back, you're going to push up using your hands and your elbows. You're going to push up, sunshine, bring your knees in, roll back, using your arms both ways. Sunshine, close. Good day. Sunshine, side of your body. You're going to stretch and roll right over into your opposite hip. So stretch and roll, and stretch and roll, and stretch and roll. 4 more, go 4, and roll, and 3, and roll. 2 more, stretch, and roll. Be sure to find your hands on the floor, use your legs. So it's roll back, roll up, sunshine. Roll back, roll forward, sunshine. 2, roll back, and forward, very nice. Holding here, we're gonna alternate your knees. You're gonna bring one knee in, and out, and in, and out, and in, and out, and in. So good. 4 more, 3 more, 2 more, 1 more. Good. Now this leg's gonna go over and out and over and out. So again, that rotation, thinking about the side of your body. Excellent. 4 more. Go 4, go 3, go 2, and switch. So it's out you go and across and out. Good. So it's not stiff. You're letting yourself move to accommodate kind of the happiness and the motion. 4 more, and 3, 2 more. Uh-oh. Last time. Good. Knees are bent, use your elbows. So roll back and up. Sunshine. So good. Roll back, push with your arms, and up. Last time. Roll back and up. So nice. We're going to alternate toe touches. So it's just touch and touch. And touch, and touch, and touch, and touch, and touch. Excellent, good. As we get into the next thing, we've got some abs to do. You're gonna grab your chi ball, your great little chi ball, and you're gonna just hike that thing just in the mid-thigh. I'm gonna fix my mic if I can. Alrighty. So starting with the chi ball mid-thigh, crush your right ankle over your left ankle. Support the weight of your head should come up and begin by just squeezing inner thigh. So squeeze, squeeze. Next thing you want to incorporate is your diaphragm muscle. So create the strength from the ceiling of your house by exhaling, exhaling, go. Beautiful. Take a peek at your quadriceps. So as you squeeze that inner thigh and you exhale, use your diaphragm, you're going to tighten your quads. For 8, 7, 6, 5, go 4, go 3. Lift up and hold for 3. So squeezing 1 and 2 and 3 and down. Go again. Go 1 and 2 and 3 and down. Go again. 1 and 2 and 3. Lift a little higher. Go 1 and 2 and down. Go 1, go 2, go 3. Good. 4 more. Go 1 and 2. And 3. 3 to go. You can do this. Come up and up and up. 2 more. Come up and up and up. Last time. Beautiful. Take a moment. Feet come down. We're going to switch to your hips. Toes are off the floor. Hips are up. You're pushing through your heels. And we're going to pump and pump and pump and pump and up and down. Up and down. Come on. Let's add the hands. Pump. 2 and 3, very nice. Come on, go up, down. You can do this 8 more times. 8 and 7 and 6 and 5 and a 4, 3, 2. Hold it here. As you stack your knees towards the front, here's a little bit of a difference. Bottom arm holds the head. Your top arm finds your liver line. As you come up, we're going to squeeze those upper abs and give your liver line a massage. So it's right there. Breathe out, breathe in, breathe out, Breathe in. Can you feel what's happening there in your hands? Crunch. Massaging right through that whole meridian energy line. 4 more. 3 more. 2 more. So nice. Alrighty. I'm going to flip sides. If you want, you can just turn your knees the other way. Bottom arm pulls ahead. Top arm's got those upper abs, so right below that bra strap line. Ready to go? Squeeze up and down. Squeeze up and down. Squeeze up and down. Breathe out. So right beneath those hands, you're feeling exactly the line where I want you to be massaging from the inside, but we're also working through the muscle. Squeeze up and down. Squeeze up and down. 4, 3, 2. Beautiful. Grab your elbows, push up, and finish the nice lift of pump for 5 and 6 and a 7 and 8. Yeah. Beautiful. Push up, always using your arms. All right, we're going to get into the lateral side of our hips. So, sort of with that hip behind you, and sort of you're trying to like a pretzel. Try to make sure that this front leg is parallel to the front edge of your mat and that this leg doesn't come in front of this foot. Are you ready? First set looks like this. Lift, 2. Now, to the naked eye, this looks like it's a hip exercise. And it kind of is. But what we're really working here is the strength along the side of your body. So we're really connecting the hip with its supporting musculature in the trunk. So squeeze and squeeze and squeeze. I don't know if you can hear the song in the background, but it's Jack Johnson and it's banana pancakes. But the theory being wake up slow, and that's what spring's all about. 5, 6, ready. We're going to add on. So we're going to lift, extend it out, squeeze and just drop a little. Lift, extend, squeeze and drop a little. So good. Lift and squeeze. Good. And down. And lift. And out. Very, very nice. 4 to go. This is so much harder than it looks, really, isn't it? Awesome. You know, the cool thing is that you get better at this quickly. This one is the improvement. Pretty quick. This is the last one, by the way. Lift. As we sing around, this is another one of those ones that looks easy, but it's not. Squeeze. Good. So working on this hip flexor, but with the core challenge. So we're not rocking here, we're not losing our posture. We're being stable without being rigid. Right? 5 and 6 and 7. So good. Let's switch sides. Again, finding that range of motion in that back hip, snuggling into the front hip. On 5, 6, 7, 8. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Pop, and up and down, up and down. Awesome job. So again, where's the work? Oh, all along that side. Working really hard, actually. Working range of motion at the same time. Wake up slow. That's what the song's saying. Yeah. 5 and 6. Ready to add on? Here we go. So it's up and out and in and down. Try to sit up a little taller. Keep challenging yourself. The taller you sit, the more you're gonna really work that side muscle. Good. And down. If you're struggling, just have a lie down on that elbow. You'll get there. 4 more. 3 more. 2 to go. Last time. Oh yeah. All right, here's that hip flexor. Squeeze and squeeze and squeeze and squeeze. Again, stability without rigidity. You're just matching what that leg is doing. Lift up and up. Wake up slow. 6 and 7. And 8. Awesome. Second set of abs. Are you ready for it? Just give your legs a little bit of a shake first of all. All right, spin it around. Knees up, hands on top. Just crunch. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Pull the knees into the chest. So tuck, tuck in, out, tuck in, out, tuck in, out, tuck in, out, tuck in. Beautiful. We'll keep it going. 8 more of these. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4 more, 3 more, 2, so good. Legs are up, crossed, up, down, squeeze, down. Add the squeeze between the thighs, go, and go, and 8 more of these. 8, 7, 6, breathing out. 4 more, 3 more, 2 more, so good, good, good. All right, this time as the left goes down, the right hugs the ball, arms in the air, on your hip, pump, 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 pump. As soon as you do one leg on your bridges, you do such a good job of isolating the glute itself. Really hard to cheat when you're on one leg. Go, up, down, 8 more, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, and 2. Switch. Go, go, down, bang, go, 5 and a 6 and a 7 and an 8. Love it. Alrighty, from strength to clean up. So again, working through those meridian lines. I won't lose my mic on this. Alrighty, we are going to start with some threading. Starting with your right or left leg, it doesn't really matter what you choose to do. Stretching it out, we're going to take the opposite arm and thread it under. So this is going to help to push energy through that gallbladder meridian. As you come up, put the hand on the back, push through the palm that's on the floor. As you twist, opening and feeling again, rotating through that bra strap line. Down you go. Up and twist, pushing through the palm that's on the floor. Looking with your eyes, your head, your neck, pushing through the chest. And last time. Threading that shoulder down. And then up, twist, open. Now working on the strength of the side, just dropping down onto that lateral side. Opening up as straight towards the mirror, to the front of the room as you possibly can. Taking that arm up into a full stretch overhead. Then down, up, down, up, down, up. Beautiful. 8 and 7 and. So you're side planking. 4 more. 4 and 3 and 2. Now this time on your pigeon, maybe you can go a little bit deeper. So really again, allowing that hip to be the star, the benefactory of this exercise. Taking your time. I always like to close my eyes when I stretch, so do a little mental checklist. Perfect. Coming back onto your hands and knees and switching legs. So again, whether it's your right or your left, it's your opposite arm that threads. Taking the back of the shoulder down and the side of the temple. Relating this to the gallbladder, meridian line, and that energy, that chi flowing through the gallbladder system. Come on up. Push through this palm. Your opposite hand comes onto your back. You're twisting, you're looking up. Your eyes are looking in that opposite direction, maybe even upwards a little bit. Thread it again down, trying to get that whole side of your body, the temple, the back of the shoulder, pressing downwards into the floor. Up you come, pushing through the palm that's on the floor, rotating just below the bra line or chest, or thinking right below your shoulder blades as being your point of rotation. And then threading it under. Side of the temple is down, back of the shoulders pressing into the floor. Come on up and rotate. your side. And now side planking. So again, that whole idea of spring and affiliating that with the gallbladder, the side of the body versus sometimes the front being more the lung and the large intestine. We'll do that for sure in another class. Reaching the arm up over your head. The lung and the large intestine actually were the focus of our attention in the autumn, before the winter season came along. Leg goes down, up, 2, up, 3, up, 4, up, 5, and 6, and 7, and 8. So good. Swinging that leg around. Again, a little bit deeper pigeon than perhaps we did at the beginning. Coming up onto your hands and knees. A couple cat-cows here, so fanning the fingers out like a starfish, and then just rolling up through the lower back and arching down. And just feeling each and every segment from the base of your skull to your tailbone. All right, kind of a qigong style now. We're going to come up into a deep lunge. Bring an elbow and just opening up through the hips, through the knees. Almost starts the kidney line. Remember in the winter we did our kidney line, which came up through the inner thigh from the base of the foot. All right, but as we're thinking gallbladder, we're going to work through, starting in a warrior. Side flex. Rotate. Reach up. Drop down. Switch sides. Reach up. Rotate down and stretch up. Coming back to center. Alrighty. So working in the qigong now method to cleanse through the liver and through the gallbladder meridians. We're going to start in a soft Bod Chi stance. So tailbone tucks under a little bit. It's sort of a funny posture in a way, not totally attractive. We're going to begin just fanning out the energy, so just drawing the breaths in. On this one, we're going to inhale, we're going to scoop up the energy from the ground, coming up just below the knee, massaging through the inner thigh, up either side of the groin, but coming on the outside of the liver line. And as we exhale, tightening your abdominals and bringing your fingers in. So inhale, expand the liver line. Exhale, crunch it. Inhale, expand your liver line. Exhale, compress it. Last one for now. Inhale. And then just toss the energy away. Nice big breath. Inhale. And then 3 cleansing circles. Gathering it up from the ground. So pulling that energy up towards you, finding the lower knee, coming up through that inner line of the liver, and then out to the sides where the liver line begins. As you exhale, tightening the abdominals and bringing the fingers together. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And release. And then 3 circular cleansing breaths. Softening your sight, softening your shoulders, and just preparing. Gathering it from the ground, pulling up all that energy. Another way to do it is to cross your hands. You come up though on either side of the pubic bone, and then up to that below the bra strap line on the liver. Exhale, contract those abs as hard as you can. Inhale. Exhale, massage, so like a sponge, just sort of compressing and releasing, cleansing out through that liver line. Exhale. Inhale. And release. And 3. Cleansing circles. Now stealing a little from Tai Chi. Grabbing onto your imaginary ball, you're going to push forward with the right hand, while the left hand comes right below that bra strap. Both hands are energized. As you return, the top hand passes over the top, pushing the energy out, while the back hand in a fist is going to rub right there at that liver line. Inhale, push forward, while the back arm pulls right along that rib cage. Inhale. Set. This next qigong is called deer frolicking, and deer is the animal that we associate with spring. This one takes a little bit of practice, but it's very cool in what it incorporates. You're going to start by making what we call your deer hooves. As you step forward onto your opposite leg, you're immediately going to create deer antlers. So your index and baby fingers go up. As you circle forward, you lunge into that front leg. The back elbow, that's what we practice in the warm-up, comes in, you're pointing behind you, this top elbow's nice and high. You inhale, exhale, loading that back leg immediately back to your deer hooves as you work back across the center. So inhale, loading the front leg, immediately deer antlers. Exhale. Inhale up. Exhale, loading the back leg. Inhale, deer hooves. Exhale. Inhale, deer antlers. Top elbow's nice and high. Back elbow, look back at your back heel. Twist back, middle back. Inhale up. Exhale, lift the back leg. Deer hooves. Looking for that back heel. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. And inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And inhale. Exhale. Last time. Antlers. Inhale, exhale, twist back, look back. Try to see that back heel. Inhale, exhale, loading that back leg. And back to your deer hooves. And one more cleanse again for the liver, but coming into tree. This time, see if you can actually clasp your fingers behind you and then just tipping away. Now, there goes the first 20 minutes of our spring program. Get ready, grab your ball. In the next video, we'll do the cardio component. So, hope you enjoyed our warm-up. See you soon.